Hi, this is Elvin here, and welcome to the TradeYourEdge.com YouTube channel. This is our weekly commentary, and for the first time, I am adding a few more major currency pairs into the discussion, and hopefully you will enjoy this. Okay. So very quickly, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do and click on notification so that you get updated when I post this every weekend. Right, so this is part one where I talk about some of the majors and minors, and part two is where I talk about some of the currency crosses, predominantly in the euro crosses. So do check us out. With that, let us begin. In front of me, I have a clean chart. I've cleaned it up so that we can relook at price action and whatnot. So in front of me, I have this monthly chart of euro dollar, and I can see that price has been wobbling around. So very quickly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at some of the patterns that I already know, but what I'm looking for here is the channel is there's 3 touches here, and at the bottom touches are not as clear, so maybe I will leave them out. With the 3 touches, it's very interesting for me because price has done a higher low compared to the previous low, and price is now pushing higher. It's very interesting where price broke out above the channel. So let me zoom in a little bit. Price broke out of it and did a retest before going higher. Now, this might just be a coincidence. So the way I trade is based on probability, and that's just one of the indicators. Moving from that, I also look for horizontal levels. I can see one here with 1 touch, 2, 3. And this is quite a vague one, so I'm just going to give it a rough touch, a rough tidying up. So I know definitely there's a zone here because it's not exactly it's not a perfect fit, but I think this can be considered a zone. So right now price is going through a resistance level, and I am looking to see what's going to happen. Now, it just happened that today is the last day of February already, so I expect a new price action to come out. So, sorry, a new candlestick to come out for March. So I dare look into this. So for some of you who are analyzing the monthly chart, make sure to take note of your date. You only want to analyze the charts when the pattern or the month has closed. Right, moving from that, I will go to the weekly chart. So the weekly chart gives me a bit more clarity in terms of how choppy things are and how prices are moving. So now if I were to look at price action here, I could see that price, the most recent week, price broke up and came down. So this could be a continuation of a slightly bullish pullback. It could be a pullback or it could be a long-term downward trend. So as I've mentioned already, price has broken out of this trend line or this channel. It's gone up to test this. Now we never know if price is going to go all the way up. The truth is price range most of the time. It does trend, but it ranges a lot more than a trend. So we should be in the assumption that it might range. So we're going to look for the short-term pullbacks, and maybe look for some good short quick trades to come down from here before going higher. Or it could just continue coming all the way down and retest the previous low. Too early to tell, but I think it will definitely do a correction. So the correction would be a pullback of some sort, maybe up to the 68 level or the 50% level. Not too sure yet, but I'm not surprised if it hits the 50% level. Anyway, that's my take on euro. Very, very choppy. So I would probably just keep an eye. My short-term bias is short right now. So let's see what happens. So that is euro dollar. The next one I have is pound sterling. So let me go up to the monthly chart again. So on the monthly chart, very similar. I've drew some of the patterns in the past, and I'll probably draw it again. So this was what I had previously, one touch, two, and just a bit of a month ago, no, sorry, at the start of end of last year, we had the third touch. I think it's quite irrelevant at this stage because what is clear to me is that price has a double bottom. Well, some call it double bottom, some call it correction. The truth is, I had a rough what we call a descending triangle, where I had a very long pin bar at the end of this, and price broke out of that descending triangle. So that was what I had previously. Combining with my double bottom theory with a very long and sharp pin bar, I think it's safe to say that price was facing a strong strong horizontal level there around 1.2. Whether it will continue going lower or not, it's still too early to tell. Having said that, price is retesting a new range, very similar to euro dollar. It is now reaching a new level, so either price would break above, retest to go higher, or price would just test this area and go down. Gut feeling, based on double bottom, price would go higher. If not, price would range. But then again, the majors, especially pound sterling, rarely range in such a nice flat channel. Unlike the euro pound that ranges very nicely, this, I don't think it ranges that nicely. So this is what I'm looking at. Hopefully price will go higher, do a retest, and that would be my nice long entry. Okay, so coming back to the weekly chart, yep, like I said, price is testing it. Would price come back down? Too early to tell. What I wouldn't want to do is to stay in this area while price is testing that level. So in this scenario, because my bias is long, I would want it to break above, retest and go before I enter, or enter while it's doing the retest. Alternatively, if I don't get confirmation of a long bullish bar, I would just wait for price to come down and take it from there. Right, so that is pound dollar. Next, I've got Aussie dollar. This is the first time I'm talking about Aussie dollar, so I probably need to have a good look at to see what's happening on this currency pair. Right, so very quickly, I've already seen a nice horizontal level here. Retested, somewhat similar to pound sterling. I'll probably leave it there as at the moment. We'll probably have a trend line around here, similar to the previous one, similar to pound. Let's see, it could be a channel of some sort, not too particular. I think the key thing is it broke on this level. The beautiful thing is, if you look at it very closely, price never closed below this level. It was always closing above. Price always came down, but it always closed above. So where price closes is a big indication of where price should be going. Well, I wouldn't say should, but it's a strong psychology price action thing that I look at. So do bear that in mind. Now, my current bias is that price will go higher. Interestingly, it did a pin bar to go lower, but I don't usually take too much consideration if there is no horizontal or no levels that it's testing. So it's kind of like in the middle of nowhere. So price could potentially continue going upwards. Maybe it's just doing a short correction before going higher. that's absolutely possible. So with that, moving to a weekly chart, very interesting. So Friday, it closed with a strong bearish bar. Maybe there is a horizontal level, maybe not. I don't want to be searching for it if there isn't one. If there isn't one that is popping out very clearly. So based on price action, same thing. I think there will be a pullback before going higher. That's just my feeling. Alright, so do keep an eye on Aussie dollar. It has been making a very consistent run on the bullish direction ever since the pin bar or the two price action here since March. So since March 2020, it's been going higher and higher. So for those who capture this, great place to be trading. From then on, let's look at yen. Oh, I've not looked at yen for a long time. Right, so yen, we know there is a strong zone here. So very quickly, 1, 2, a retest. So this is what I'm looking for in price action, right? It'll go all the way up here. So let me zoom in a little bit. You go all the way up here, test the horizontal level, come back, break it, retest it, continue running. Right? This is classic what we call a pullback continuation price action pattern, which is beautiful. This is what I really love about price action. So I know that this horizontal is validated. So then looking at this, it's a very likely descending triangle or triangle pattern that is a consolidation pattern. So in my view, price has been consolidating since 2015 all the way to now. So is price going to break out yet? Not sure. Not sure, but that is my bias. I would love to see price break out before I even do anything, because the range is getting narrower and narrower. It's not something I want to be in. It's just too choppy. Okay. That's yen. CAD. Oh, CAD, which is very strong. Correlation with the crude oil. Sorry, I'm looking at monthly. Okay. So looking at the monthly chart, lots of nice patterns. Okay, so I've got one pattern here, 1, 2, this nice horizontal level. I would call this a range of some sort. Very nicely priced in February, did not close below it, but it's too early to tell. I could be creating a range of some sort around here. Alright. So it's probably retesting the range. Very interestingly, it could also be doing, oh, nice. So there was a double top. So the double top is going to be significant. So for those of you, do take note of this. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there you go. Do take note of this. So I'm going to pay attention to the double top, but it's very near to the lower part. So if it does go higher, then fair enough. But on that note, I might change my bias. This double top is really strong. So my first inclination is I expect a range of some sort around here. I'm just going to pay attention. So this pin bar is in the middle of the range. Not a strong indication of direction just yet. With that, I think price will come a bit lower. If it does, then it's a very good place to go long. Then from then onwards, it's price action again to see how price is going to react on this level. That's how I see it. And yeah, that's CAD. So last but not least, I have gold. This is one of my favorite commentaries because there's really not much to talk about. The one thing that I've always been pointing out and babbling on is this current price action is testing the $2,000 mark. I'm just going to wait and see what is going to happen. There are a few horizontal levels in this price action, but there are too many that doesn't excite me at the moment. So I'm just going to wait and see what's happening. One thing's for sure, price is moving lower and lower very slowly. Gut feeling tells me it's going to tank. And how far is it going to go? I am not too sure yet. I suspect it would reach the at least the 50% mark. It's now testing the 382. It might come down 50% mark. The 2000 mark is really strong, so it's something that I will watch very closely. Right now I am just waiting to see what will happen from here. That's really it. So hopefully I've not babbled too much. I'm a big fan of price action, as some of you may know. Do continue to follow up on this. My gut feeling is price might retest and then tank. That's potential. So with that, thank you very much and happy trading week ahead. All right.